So Nikola Jokic, in my opinion, is no question about it the best player in the world. I think it's difficult to really argue that anyone other than Nikola Jokic is the best in the world. Like I'm done with the not that I'm done with the Shea argument because I think Shea is really good, but he's not the best player in the world. If the argument is Shea a superstar? Is Shea one of the top? Is Shea likely going to go down as a top 50 player of all time? The answer to both of those are yes. By the way, they're absolutely yes, and I don't think there's much of a question about it. The answer to both of those are yes. But if the question is Shea Gilgeous-Alexander the best player in the world? The question is a resounding no. Like, it's an obvious no. It's not even a close one. Nikola Jokic is right now, in my opinion, peak for peak one of the top 5 greatest players of all time. I think he is having the best individual run for a center in the modern era. And I'm not even going to say in the modern era, in the post-merger era. I think what he's doing right now, what he is doing right now is more impressive than anything Shaq has done. It's more impressive than Shaq, even Shaq was at his peak. Like, Nikola Jokic just had a 50, was it what, 56, 15 and 15 triple-double? I'm sorry, I don't care if it's like, oh, you know, Shaq was the most dominant force. Till this guy. This guy is in the GOAT conversation. And you might be saying, oh, he only has one ring. Well, how the fuck? The fact that he's got one ring. 1, he is in Denver. 2, he has never, I shit you not, he has never had an all-star teammate. In his career. He has never, not once, had an all-star teammate in his career. And, like, we're talking about him like he should be expected to, you know, to be making finals every single year. I'm like, I'm sorry. Like, again, if you put Michael Jordan on the fucking Sacramento Kings in the 90s, I'm telling you who was really shit in the 90s. No, the Kings had Mitch. If you replace Michael Jordan with Mitch Richmond on those Kings team, does Michael Jordan have 6 rings? No. And that's not a knock on Michael Jordan. If you made LeBron James play for, if he was drafted by the Charlotte Bobcats or the Memphis Grizzlies, like the Grizzlies, literally, it was either the Grizzlies were going to have the number 1 overall pick and get LeBron, or they lost their pick to Detroit. If the Memphis Grizzlies had landed number 1 pick, do you think LeBron James would have had the career he had right now? To be fair, maybe. He did do it in Cleveland. But, like, LeBron had to leave and then come back and then leave again to get his 4 rings. Like, Michael Jordan just had one of the greatest GMs of all time and was in an era where you could win a title, you could keep every one of your role players, and you could sign better role players. You could keep all your performing role players, you could sign better role players, and you could let the bad role players walk. But in this current era, if you guys are looking at Denver, they win a championship. They have to get rid of Bruce Brown. They make a conference finals in 2020. They can't afford to keep Jeremy Grant. Jeremy Grant, you know, he's too good for the conference when they made their conference finals. Jeremy Grant, he's got to go. Then in 2023, they win a championship. Bruce Brown's got to go. In 2024, they fuck up in the conference semifinals in Game 7 against the Minnesota Timberwolves. And KCP has to go. And then they're spawning all these players like Christian Brown, like Peyton Watson, like all these other players that are coming in. And it's like, these are players, and you're seeing it with Bruce Brown, you're seeing it with KCP, is that there are so many players on this Denver Nuggets team that only look good because they're playing with Nikola Jokic. Like, I'm sorry, this is a roster. I mean this when I say this. I'm not saying they can't win individual games without Jokic, because winning and losing are contagious. So if Jokic is playing, like, if the team's winning all these games and then Jokic sits out for a game or two, They can still win without Jokic because winning is contagious. But like, you had to trade Michael Porter Jr. You had to get off MPJ to downgrade so that you could afford to keep players in your team. So you could afford to bring Bruce Brown back. You could afford to do other things. Like, I'm looking through this team. They have Spencer Jones playing decent minutes. Spencer Jones is, am I right in saying was he a rookie? No, he played on their team last year. Where was Spencer Jones drafted? Like, he's playing legitimate minutes. And Spencer Jones is a undrafted second-year player. Peyton Watson, late first-round pick. Aaron Gordon has been injured most of the year. Christian Brown's been injured most of the year. Cam Johnson's been okay. Jonas Valanciunas is, at this stage, not even a great backup. Deron Holmes, just unlucky. A first-round pick. This is a team that picks late in the first round every year and can't sign any role players because the good role players are all playing for other teams. And then they had to, in all of the last off seasons, and again, the last 3 off seasons since they won a title, they've lost Bruce Brown 1 year. The next year they lose KCP. The year after that, they have to get rid of MPJ because MPJ is making too much money and downgrade him to Cam Johnson and have to give a fucking pick to do so. Like, it's unbelievably impressive. And the fact that we're looking at Jokic get better every single year. We're looking at the man every single year, like, get better and better and better. He's going to average, there is a non-zero chance that Nikola Jokic is top 3 in points while leading the league in assists and rebounds. That is something that I don't think anyone would ever have thought could happen in the NBA. He is right now peaking higher than, or as high as anyone I've seen in my lifetime. And I've seen peak Curry and I've seen peak LeBron. I think this current version of Nikola Jokic, if you take away accolades and you just go peak for peak, player for player, who is better? And I'm going with Nikola Jokic. I'm taking Nikola Jokic over anyone. Anyone. Ever. I'm taking Nikola Jokic. I don't think there's a more unguardable player in the history of basketball. Maybe you could argue taking a prime LeBron or a prime MJ over him because of defense, but I'll always say this. Great offense always beats great defense. Great offense always beats great defense. Like, if you want to turn Nikola Jokic into a scorer, he'll drop 50. If you want to turn him into a passer, he'll have 20 assists. If you don't have a game plan for him, he'll give you 30 and 15. Like, there has never been a man who the game of basketball has came easier to. And the crazy thing is that this kind of archetype of centers now, there's so many of these ultra-skilled centers. You got Jokic, you got young guys like Derek Queen, Şengün, Domantas Sabonis. Like, these players are coming up and they're just good at basketball. They're just really fucking good at basketball. That's the only way I can describe how they play. Anyway, yeah, that's the video. I'll see you guys.